Hi, I'm Sian, one of the editors at Manx Radio. Now, this morning we've been hearing that the Classic TT will be returning as part of an expanded Manx Grand Prix schedule. In 2025, the event will be on for 12 days, with the Department for Enterprise also committing to the event for the next 3 years. So just what does this mean for the event, and why has that change been made now? Myself and Ben spoke to the chair of the Manx Motor Cycle Club, John McBride. So John, first of all, can you just summarise what this new format is?
Well, the new format will begin on the 17th of August, which will be Manx Grand Prix practice. That's the Sunday. There'll be 3 days of, 3 days of practice solely dedicated to Manx Grand Prix riders, who will be riding 2 types of machinery this year, which will be Super Twin and Super Sport, and that will be repeated again. So they'll have 2 races. They'll have races dedicated to those classes, and then on the Saturday and on the Monday they will have a junior and senior Manx Grand Prix, which will consist of those classes as well. Then we'll move on the Wednesday to the Classic TT, and they will have 3 classes. There'll be a Formula One, which is for superbikes. They'll move on to a lightweight, which will consist of 252 strokes and 400cc, which were formerly Super Sport 400, and then on the Classic 350. And on the Friday, they will have the Senior Classic and the Superbike Classic. So good programme there too. So it's a lot of racing, eclectic racing, which should appeal to everyone.
Now, it is quite an expansion on the schedule we've seen in the last couple of years. What is it hoped that this will achieve?
Well, it's hoped to, obviously we're bringing back the TT brand. The Department for Enterprise want to leverage a little bit to bring more fans to the island, and obviously to assist in the hospitality sector. It was found, particularly with the weather disruption last year, that the hospitality sector suffered, and it was a bit stop-start for them and this sort of thing. So really it's been a lot of thought has gone into it, but in a very short space of time, because it's less than 2 months since the since the Manx Grand Prix, so there's a lot been going on behind the scenes. And
well, we know that fans have been calling for the schedule to go back to the 2 weeks pretty much since the shorter schedule came in a couple of years ago. Why are we only seeing these changes now?
Well, it was the big problem was volunteers, really. The whole event runs on volunteers, and trying to get sufficient volunteers for a full 2 weeks has always been problematic, but it became more and more problematic, particularly with safety protocols and this sort of thing. So we needed to reduce it, unfortunately. But since that time, the TTMA have done a lot of work behind the scenes from their point of view in motorsport medical services. They've really pushed along, and they're hopefully confident that they're going to be able to meet the demand, which is good. They really rallied in 2024, or the 2024 event, to fill the gaps. Despite all the weather disruption, they really came up trumps. They rallied the troops and got things moving. So that's a good sign, and we hope it's going to. But it's a chance for everyone to get behind the event now. Now we've gone back to the 2-week event. It's time for everyone to get behind it, and those who may never have marshalled before. There's plenty of incident management courses going on, and they've only got to go onto the islandmanttmarshals.com website and book a course and become a marshal.
Yeah. What feedback have you had from the likes of riders, residents on these changes?
Well, riders are happy because it's because the Manx Grand Prix finishes on the Monday. There's no extension to the time they have to spend here from Manx Grand Prix point of view. And similarly for the Classic TT, they start on the Wednesday, finish on the following Friday. So it means that they're not going to have a problem there. We're still out to Gary Thompson from the ACU events is dealing with the road closures and everything in the road closure order, and we'll hear from him shortly. But as I say, it's all been a bit quickly. So
And we've heard from the Department for Enterprise that this is a commitment to the event for the next 3 years. So from your point of view, does this mean the future of this event is secured?
Yes, I believe so, yes. I mean, they've got to put time limits on these things, so we're confident that this ensures the future of the event, yes.
Now, John, you're obviously a huge motorsport fan yourself, so the fact that the Classic TT is returning, the Manx Grand Prix is going back to effectively the old 2-week format, how excited are you personally about this change for next year? I'm
really excited about it. I think it's going to have some fantastic racing and a fantastic atmosphere, because I think the Department for Enterprise will make a show of the Classic TT. There's a lot of interest in that sort of thing, particularly because it's going to concentrate on the 70s, 80s and 90s, which is a relevant time period for a lot of fans these days. So.
And you could say as well that the sort of TT brand and the Manx Grand Prix brand together, that's a fairly potent mix, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yes, believe it is.
Thank you for making it to the end of the Manx Radio Newscast. You are obviously someone with exquisite taste. May I politely suggest you might want to subscribe to this and a wide range of Manx Radio podcasts at your favourite podcast provider, so our best bits will magically appear on your smartphone. Thank you.